Hello foodies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a review of a recent lunch I had at Culto Ao Bacalhau, which is located in Porto, Portugal. Its address is Piso Galeria, Formosa, 322 Loja R8, 4000-248 Porto, Portugal. I'm not even sure what that means, but it is in a mall and it's a little bit tough to figure out where it is. I used Google Maps, got to the mall. It's actually on the second floor. You take up the elevator. The elevator, that floor has all these different restaurants. So it is one of the premier restaurants for bacalhau, which is a Portuguese word for dried salted cod, which is a staple in Portuguese cuisine. And it's a very versatile ingredient. It's kind of interesting because I think cod is not really local in Porto, but for some reason, Portuguese use codfish in so many different things. So, and this is one of these places that specializes in bacalhau. It is a Michelin recommended restaurant, and when you get inside, very good ambiance. We were there a little bit early when it just opened at 2 o'clock for lunch. But as the kind of time wore on, it got more crowded. So bacalhau is a regular term or a Portuguese word for cod. There is dried and salted cod, but there's also fresh bacalhau, which is called bacalhau fresco. And so the flavor of bacalhau is going to be mild and slightly sweet with a distinct fishy taste. And it can be done so many different ways. There's so many different recipes: boiled, fried, stewed, grilled, roasted, you name it. So it's just a neat ingredient that's very staple in the Portuguese culinary scene, and there's so many variations, but for some reason the Portuguese love cod. So they start off the meal with bread service and all these little sauces or kind of salsas. It's kind of a neat mixture. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was quite substantial. If you look at this is not your regular just bread and butter. So that was a really nice start to the day. It's kind of a little bit very Mediterranean in terms of feel, so and different tastes, and just shows their culinary expertise at this restaurant. While I was there, I tried some Vinho Verde, which is a Portuguese regional wine made from the Merino grape. And of course, they've got their own like house brands of these wines that are made by different producers. So I was quite impressed with that. We started off with their salted codfish fritters with black-eyed pea salad for €8. It's doesn't look like a large piece of cod fritter, but it's actually quite dense. And you'll see in the next photo, the black-eyed pea salad is quite substantial. But I really love the combination. First of all, the salted codfish wasn't that salted, but I actually did really enjoy the fritters because it was very, cod-like. It was not overly salty. And then the black-eyed pea salad actually kind of gave a freshness to it, so it's a really nice combination. For our main course, we had bacalhau à brás, which is shredded codfish with shoestring potatoes mixed with egg, olives, and parsley. For one person, it's €25, and for two people, it's €44. I think we were there for lunch, so they just suggested we have just for one person, and it was huge. For €25, this is like ridiculously large. It's plated tableside, and you can see it's just beautiful. The cod is exceptionally. I like the idea that they had this, some bit of potatoes, to kind of dampen the saltiness of the cod. It wasn't overly salty, but it was a little bit salty. And then you have the potatoes and then the olives and then egg, which kind of softens the taste a bit. But the cod itself was cooked to perfection. And I don't know why they call it shredded codfish. It looked like a whole codfish to me. But it was very flaky and very nice. I really thought it was an excellent dish. I'm here at Culto Ao Bacalhau, and I think I found the gold standard for bacalhau. So if you see the dish here, it's really just cod. Cod seems like a really simple dish, but actually it's pretty tough to make. So the perfect pairing with this is Vinho Verde wines, which is made from the Merino grape varietal. So let's try this out here. presentation was done tableside. It was really nice. You don't even need a knife for this because it's so tender. So let's try this out. I don't know if you can see the cod is not it's a firmer fish, so it's not going to be as flaky as, let's say, a sable fish or something like that. But you can see it's got a nice texture to it. I'm just going to bring it towards the camera. It's got a little bit of saltiness, almost a Norwegian twist to it, a Nordic twist to it, but really firm in terms of the taste. I really like it. Very tender, just cooked, not overcooked. This is really tough. And then you've got a little bit of potato, and this really kind of dries it out a little bit. And then we finish it off with the Vino Verde. A little bit of acidity, a little bit of white flowers on the nose, the great kind of acidic nature of it, with a little bit of citrusy elements to it really go very well. Cheers. This last picture shows you the flakiness and the moistness of the cod. Exceptional. So I'm going to strongly recommend this for bacalhau. It's a local specialty in Portugal, and you see many variations of it, but this is a very, very good restaurant. Quite high-end quality service and ambience. Not that expensive, but a lot of different varieties of codfish for you to try. So I'm going to strongly recommend this. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy eating.